And we are live. So, hello everyone. Welcome to this afternoon's live broadcast. This is Jody from The 7 Effect, where we help women in business earn more, work less, and love their life. And today, I am going to be introducing you to one of our newest recruits. Her name is Mars, and she's come on board as what we're calling our triple threat here at The 7 Effect because she can do videography, photography, and beautiful graphic design. So, we are currently in the midst of a video challenge in our free group, the Six Figure Lifestyle Biz Club. And in that group, today's video challenge is all about running interviews. And I thought, what better way to demonstrate how to do it than do an interview? So I roped in Mars, and we're going to talk you through how to make your mark on social media. So let me introduce you to Mars. Hello, Mars. Welcome to the team. I'm so excited to have you here, and I have to actually bring up one of my sound effects, Mars. I think I've got them somewhere in my special effects. While I'm doing that, what I'd love you to do is tell us who you are, what you do, and why it matters. So over to you, Mars.
All right, no worries. Well, Jody, my name's Mars, and I'm a media designer. So basically, what I do is anything that has to do with media, I can dabble and create, and I love to do it. So I think it matters because it makes me really happy, and I can use my skills to really boost other people's businesses, and it's just what I love. So I think that's why it matters because it makes me happy.
Yeah, it makes you happy, it makes us happy, and it makes your clients happy, which is super exciting. And Mars, this is for you, my friend. I don't know if you can hear it. There's a round of applause. Thank you so much for joining our team. And we've actually got Tony Everard, the brain trainer, master trainer, and part of our community and one of our lifestyle business builder coaches. Tony saying hi, Mars and Jody. Hi, Tony. Thanks for tuning in live and saying hi. So today we're going to talk about some unusual ways that you can get followers on your social media. We also want to talk about finding your voice. And finally, Mars is going to give you some hot tips around how to beautify your brand online. So first, let's get into ways to get followers on social media, Mars, because we were having some cool chats about this morning. What do you reckon?
Well, a couple of ways that I've kind of dabbled into and I realized that are really effective into getting followers. It's first of all, basics, the use of hashtags. So of course everyone knows this and everyone wants to put 1,000 hashtags under every photo. But the thing that is tricky is that you have to use relevant hashtags to your niche that we're going to talk about a little bit as we progress the conversation. But you want to find hashtags that are not overused, and you want to also do hashtag surfing, right?
What's hashtag surfing, Mars? I've never heard that term before.
So basically, you find a time that's really relevant for your target audience. You find a hashtag and you go, you like the photos and you comment on the photos of people who are under the hashtag, which is like an umbrella term for all the people who are similar accounts to you. So in that way, you can really connect with people and really bring a lot of traffic into your account.
So, for example, we're business coaches, and would you type in the search thing hashtag business coach, and then it would bring up what the hashtags are, and then you're saying go and like those pictures and comments, and that brings people to you.
I would say you could go into business coach, go in, see what other people are using as their hashtags, and the more you get into it, there's going to be more and more specific hashtags with less posts. So if you go to love, it's going to have like 30 million people posting, so no one's going to see you. But if you go to like a more niche hashtag, it's going to be fewer posts, but people are going to be more engaged.
So you business coach for women would be better than just
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And then you can go and like all the posts. You can just do this maybe like once a week, and then you just sit down and like a lot of posts and if it's within a 3 hour window, most people would actually be online during that time, so they will get your notification and will get a chance to see your profile as well
Yeah.
and connect with you.
So
Yeah. So that's
following hashtags is a great trick
yeah,
tip. What we
yeah.
found as well with ours is following people in your target audience. My computer's struggling and I keep breaking in and out here. Yours is crystal clear, Mars. Mars is running on one of the newest Apple laptops that's got the M1 chip in it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So beautiful. And I love how your background is faded. Mars was saying that's an option with the new Apple laptop. So looking good, Mars.
It's nice in the gradient,
Yeah.
but yeah. And I think another tip that I can give is that you have to have a posting schedule and just post every day,
Mm-hmm.
and it would bring more people. It would bring more people in because they know they can get constant content from you.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to have encouraging quotes or is interested in what you're posting, if you do it frequently, it's gonna lure people in more.
Yeah, it definitely works. And what we've found is the more people we follow in our target audience, they follow us back. Our,
Yeah,
our profile has grown from about 600 a couple of months ago when we started really using Instagram
yeah,
to 1,300 or more in the last couple of months, just from those simple strategies. Mark,
definitely.
you were saying this morning about some DM magic.
Oh yes.
Can you explain what that was all about to our
Yeah.
viewers?
Of course, so Instagram, what I've found is interactions in Instagram are kind of like a currency
Yeah.
because a lot of people are using bots to grow their Instagrams. So any interaction that can only be used by a human being is the one that's going to boost you the most in the algorithm. So, for example, if you do an Instagram story and you film it on your phone and you film yourself, then that's going to really boost you.
Mhm.
Or doing a Q&A, but the most of all, it's the like a voice message in the
Yeah.
direct messages
Yeah.
because there's no way a bot can do that.
And
So that's really
I found that fascinating when you were explaining like a really great way to get more followers is to actually start sending voice messages via direct message to new contacts in Instagram. Because
yeah,
what that does is in the back end is the algorithms go, oh, we like you. We're going to put you in front of more people and expose you to more viewers. So
exactly right.
behind the scenes, what you do in your DMs is just as important as what you do on your page. Is that right?
That is right, absolutely right. Yeah, because the
Oh,
DM it's a more how can I say it's bigger currency in Instagram coins, if you would say so, if you can put it like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I like that. It's a great
it's
analogy.
really interesting actually. But yeah, like that. Those are two tips that I have. Just interact with people a lot as well, because then it will boost you in the algorithm. So that includes, posting stories, reacting to people's stories, comments, replying to your comments. So every time someone comments, you like it and you reply, and you don't try to reply with something, computer generated or just lifeless, but like actually connect.
Yeah, and you see a lot of that, like people just doing these lame comments because they've got
Copy
bots
paste, copy
doing.
paste, copy paste.
Yeah, yeah, and so we don't want that. But building authentic relationships, and it's really simple, but it is a little bit time consuming. But I tell you what, it really does work. We've been putting this all to the test. So Mars, let's talk about tips on finding your voice and connecting with the right niche.
Alrighty.
Mm.
I would say the first one that I have is a design topic that a lot of design students would probably know, which is the personas.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave Jody a file that we can pop up in the screen right now.
Yeah. Oh, it's on our faces, but I'll.
Oh, it's,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh no, you go that way.
So
I'll move it out the
basically,
way. If you move the
oh,
other way, yeah,
like
that's
this.
it, Mars.
Okay.
Got it.
So
She can't
basically,
see
what a
the screen.
persona is just showing us who we are targeting. So sometimes what we do is we try to target everybody, but at the same time, trying to target everybody, we actually end up targeting no one.
Yeah.
Because on social media, it's really important in order to grow that you know who you're speaking to, so you can say the right things. So if you can make up a persona, what do they look like, right?
Yeah.
What is their job? What apps do they use? What do they do in their free time? What do they like to share? What do they relate to?
Yeah.
So you really want to hit those spots when you want to create your content. So you cater it to your niche. So you can cater it to this persona.
And you could even invent a character and like this grid or this image, sorry, that Mars has given us of David Miller could be an invented character that you then say, this is how old he is, this is what he likes to do. You create a bit of a bio or a profile of him. And we were having a bit of fun with this the other day, talking about how we have 3 characters in the 7 Effect who are like our avatars. But then you can say, all right, if David Miller was your persona, would David like this? We've got a new
Yeah, exactly.
product. What would David think of this? And
Yeah.
it's
Would he
fun.
buy it? Would he share it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. All right,
Yeah.
we'll move that,
So
put that picture away. Anything else on finding your voice or connecting with your niche?
definitely. So another one that I had is, well, basically it has to do with this, but you have to start really narrow.
Yeah.
So from a course that I was watching on Instagram management, it says that if your niche caters to 250 people, so she was talking about this Instagram account, and they cater to people who skate and love cactus. So
Oh,
like, so it's like it's a group of like 20-year-old girls who love to have plants in their room and love to roller skate.
yeah. Wow.
Actually, it actually blew up because
Amazing.
there's actually quite a bit of a demographic. Who knew?
I love that. And I know you were talking about building your community and sharing the idea that you came with me. What was it, the beach yoga crowd here in Adelaide that are doing that?
The salty sips.
Salty Sips. Like, tell us a little bit about what they do because that's a great example of just an
Oh,
idea that's got this
yeah,
big following now here in Adelaide.
definitely. I heard about them a little bit before, but
Mm,
then once I started getting into the fitness community, people would tell me that they're going to the salty sips, and it's apparently you go and you do yoga,
mm.
and then at 6 a.m. in Henley Beach, and then right after you do, you move your body and you wake up, then you jump in the ocean, get changed, and grab a cup of coffee, and so many people do it,
Yeah.
and it's insane.
And they've created a movement on Instagram. People are all following Salty Sips. They're getting around it. They're coming along. And it's a
And
free
everything.
community that they've started this thing. It's cool, huh?
It's really cool. I really like it. And see, like they found their niche.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure a lot of people would be like 6 a.m. the beach during winter, like,
Yeah.
and that's fine. But they're catering to the people who say, you know what, that sounds cool.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
there's a great yoga business. They're probably one of the Adelaide's leading yoga businesses called Power Living Yoga. They're
Hmm.
actually a franchise started in Sydney by Duncan Peake. But Tessa, who owns Power Living here in Adelaide and Glenelg, when I joined, what I was amazed by was they run yoga classes on Christmas Eve, Christmas
Wow.
Day, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and they are full. And a lot of
Wow.
businesses would say, oh, you can't have events on those times, and oh, Adelaide's so dead, and it's so hard to get people to show up. But if you have the right community and you connect, totally they will come.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about finding your niche, your community.
And drilling down, as you would.
Yes.
I loved what you said as well this morning, Mars, about having an opinion.
Mm.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
I feel like sometimes businesses try not to have opinions on important things just because they don't want to scare away a certain demographic of people. But I think that also goes under the term that if you try to cater to everyone, you really end up catering to no one.
Yeah,
And just sparking conversations with your audience is so healthy, and it really helps your business grow, and it helps people know that there's a real person behind the account and that they can connect with you and they can relate to you.
absolutely.
Yeah, so that's important.
Yeah, it's so important. And I think this is a biggie. Please don't underestimate this message from Mars because, oh, that's funny. This message from Mars. I love that. So Marcella, really, but we call her Mars. And Mars has got a cool Instagram page called, is it Designing on Mars or Design?
It's creating on Mars.
Creating on Mars. Oh, we've got one of our other coaches from LBB, Sue Giacobbe, saying, hello, ladies.
Hello.
Sue, thanks for joining us. So So Marcella is the real name, and Mars is actually from Ecuador. But designing the messages from Mars, which is another planet, are very powerful around the niching.
Yes,
And a lot of businesses and startup businesses really stuff this up because they're so afraid of missing out. But
exactly.
the more you niche, the faster you grow. It's so cool. All right, our final tip, or our final section we want to talk about, Mars, is beautifying your brand on
Mm.
social media. Mars has been doing some awesome graphic design for us. She's literally just started and just joined the team. First day was all day team planning. Let me just quickly show. I'm going to show over our whole screen before you don't need to move yet. This was a Mars thing that she just threw together. This is obviously our banner for this particular interview. But also, she's been just taking over and redesigning some of our banners that we use to promote the different things that we have. But Mars, what are your tips around beautifying your brand online?
Alrighty. So some brand tips that I can give is you have to create your rules. So basically, you have a brand, and then you just have to be like, okay, what are my colors? How can I create a beautiful color palette? So there's a couple websites that you can use for that. There's one with named Colors.
Yeah.
So it's COOLORS. Really good. Even if you don't know color theory or anything, you can just press your space bar, and it makes beautiful color combinations for you. So
Wow. Hot tip
yeah,
there, my friends. I didn't know that one. So it's COOLOR colors with an S
yes,
on the
colors.
end or
Colors.com. Yeah.
com. Google that
Yeah.
and get your color palette right. All right.
Yeah,
Love
good.
that. Yeah.
So you get your colors, and then you have to choose colors that work together. You can use the tool, and then after that, you can use a type family. So you can use font pairings in order to use it in your, all your social media posting and stuff. So you can pick different typography that will complement each other. So one of them would be like a display for, really big things. It can be a script font, whatever represents the personality of your brand the best. And then maybe just a body type that would be just more readable. It could be a Helvetica or just really, simple type. You decide, because fonts basically give you the personality. It
Yeah.
communicates who you are as a brand. But yeah.
One of the mistakes I see a lot of people make when they start out in business and particularly doing their own, I've put it over my side so you can
Oh, yeah.
stay normal so you don't have to feel like you're getting out of the way. But one of the mistakes I see people make is they have too many fonts. Like on our
Yes.
coaching calls, we've had some of our clients jump on and they show me a brochure they've created in Canva and it's like, hey, there's like 5 different
Scrambled
fonts
eggs.
going on here. So how many fonts should a brand try and keep it to? Like pick what? How many fonts is the max?
I think absolutely 2 fonts, and you can use similar fonts for different things. For example, like there's really good display fonts.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't make a body of text out of the really squiggly lines because it's not readable.
Mm-hmm.
But you can use it for a big word, for example, because it looks very pretty.
Like a
So
feature.
yeah, you would like something of display, and then just a really readable, elegant. It can be elegant, it can be more heavy, whatever you want, but something really readable for a body copy. And I
Okay,
think it's the basic.
brilliant.
Yeah.
And so if you use Canva, a lot of the time you can get fonts that are already pre-matched. So there's
Yeah.
templates in there. Go into somewhere like Canva. Is there
Yeah.
anywhere else that gives you ideas of how fonts work? You know how you've got the colors website to get colors. Is there anywhere else that you know of that gives good font pairing?
I think if you Google it, there's a lot on Pinterest that they just give you different pairings,
Right.
and then you can go on Google Fonts and download the fonts and try them out yourself,
Mm-hmm.
because you know the personality of your brand and what is actually communicating.
Yeah.
So say Didot is the font for Vogue, so
Mm-hmm.
it's really elegant and long, and it's like it has the serif. It's a little bit old-fashioned, but you know what your brand is, so you have to find what works for you, because you don't want to look like every other brand that use the same fonts that are automated by Canva. You want to try and dig a little deeper and find something for you.
Yeah, that matches what you want to,
Yeah.
the message you want to convey. Excellent. What else
Yes.
have you got for us on beautifying your
Well,
Mars?
um, going on this tangent of communicating your brand correctly, I want to show one of the last photos that I have, which is the Badoo rebranding.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
brought the pattern. Let me show you the rebrand.
Yes.
There we go. Badoo.
All right. So for Badoo, Badoo is actually a dating website, and you can see how color and typography can really, really help in communicating what it actually is. So for the first one, it kind of looks like Google because it has all these colors. It has like all these it's not organized. Like you don't even know what's going on, right?
Interesting, because the original one almost looks geeky, like it's a tech, because that little dot in the O with the Badoo, the first O, almost looks like it's a cross-eyed, sort of goggly eyes or something. It doesn't look like a dating site at all.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And then for the rebrand, what they did was they evened out the typography, they evened out the colors, and they added just a simple love heart. So it shows you that it's like a dating site, this and that. So I think the difference is so much once you do something that's a little bit more appropriate
Mm,
for the function.
yeah.
Yeah, and it shows.
It really does,
Yeah,
absolutely. And easier to use straight away. This is
definitely.
a really good point that Mars makes here. Sometimes the simpler, the better. And I think that people, when they start out in business or they start building their brand, I know I was certainly guilty of this, is we can try and be a bit too clever, a bit too creative,
Exactly.
and it ends up looking wacko and not cool.
Yeah, and you can be creative, but also like give a reason why. Like everything has to flow together. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So just
Amazing.
paying attention to that kind of stuff, making it look clean, making it make sense. Yeah, that's my tip.
Love it. Anything else? Did we cover off on all your notes? Because I know you had
Yes,
notes to share.
I
What
just
else?
I just have one. The last one is you can use different things. Say like if you want to use one filter for all your photos, if your feed is only photos,
Mm,
try to uniform it by using the same filter in all the photos, for example. The same aspect ratio, so you don't have like one photo like this big and then one photo like this and then one photo like that. Like
mm,
all the photos the same size, so it's organized.
yes. So
Um,
it's grid pattern. I'm just going to make this bigger.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and
Color time.
basically, if you can choose a grid pattern, there's so many online as well you can do. The one on screen, if I'm correct, is just three. So you go color, like one color, and then another color, and then another color, and it gives a better sense of visual organization,
Mm.
and it looks pretty. That's what it does.
And I love that you are going to be doing this for
Yes.
us. And making all of our stuff look pretty and uniform and playing with lots of different things. So, for those of you that are waiting for design work with the Seven Effect, congratulations. This is your new designer, Mars. And for those of you that are in our amazing Lifestyle Business Builder community, watch this space because we will be bringing Mars in to you to help you go through some of your designs as a group coaching call, and you can share your screen and she can help give you some tips and help you beautify your business brand and online presence. So, Mars, I would like to say, mwah, welcome to the team. Thank you so much for being here. Any final words on social media and making your mark?
I think just have tons of fun. Try to stand out. Don't try to just be like everybody else, and yeah, just have fun and connect with people because that's what it's for. And yeah, and thanks so much for having me, Jody.
My pleasure. Thanks so much for being here. Watch this space, my friends. Mars is going to be tidying up all of our brand and online presence. Have a beautiful afternoon. Thanks, Tony and Sue, and to everyone else who's watching live. We will see you tomorrow for video challenge day number 4. Bye bye, everyone.